It's Fatally Flawed Step 3. We need star voting. The first installment of this series revealed how our seemingly innocuous voting system is an epic nightmare for the people. The second part should have restored a glimmer of hope for mankind, and now we're in the thick of it. Getting star voting passed is going to be no easy task, but knowing that we're aimed true and that this reform will lay the foundation for real change is the key. Star voting is an innovative new voting system that was born out of the debate between approval, ranked choice, and score voting. A few years back, Equal Vote hosted an election reform conference and invited the who's who of voting reform to attend. It turns out that each side of the debate held one piece of the puzzle, and until we combined forces, we were never going to have the voting system that unlocked the potential for real democracy. On one side of the debate were the people who want a system like ranked choice, where voters rank candidates in order. On the other side were the people who said that we need an approval-type ballot, where votes can simply be added up using basic addition. Both sides recognized some merit in the other's approach, but thought the other aspects were deal-breakers. It was only later that night, over beers with Clay from the Center for Election Science, that inspiration struck. A score ballot can show what order a voter would have ranked the candidates in and who they approve of. Bingo. All the information is already there, and all we have to do is use it. We can count the same ballot with the same information in two different ways and get a result that's more accurate than either alone. The star ballot does just that. It uses the familiar 5-star rating system that we're used to from Amazon and Yelp, and then it counts those votes in a 2-step process. First, voters give each candidate a score from 0 up to 5 stars. The 2 highest scoring candidates are finalists. Your ballot already shows which finalist you would have ranked higher, and so in the second round, the finalist that was preferred by more voters wins. In star voting, the first round measures quality of support. Giving each candidate a 5-star rating lets people safely and honestly show how much or how little they support each and every candidate. If you don't prefer one over another, you can give them the same score. If you don't like someone or you just don't care, you can leave them blank. The second round measures quantity of supporters. Star voting's runoff round makes it so that every vote makes a difference, no matter who the frontrunners are. Take it from the pros. When star voting first hit the scene, activists were intrigued, but until we got the results back from Jameson Quinn's cutting-edge election simulator, the voting reform movement didn't realize what it had on its hands. Quinn, vice chair of the Center for Election Science and PhD candidate in statistics at Harvard University, has been working on developing a mathematical method to determine how accurate various voting systems really are. The fruit of his labor is a system called voter satisfaction efficiency. VSE measures election accuracy under a variety of situations in simulated elections. A voting system should ideally pick the candidate with the most overall support, while encouraging honest voting and discouraging tactical voting. In these simulations, star voting came in first place, with 98% accuracy when voters are honest. The simulations also showed that honesty is the best strategy for individual voters and for the electorate as a whole. Even if voters get lazy and most only give 5s or 0s, star voting is still more accurate and inclusive than ranked choice voting or approval voting. Star voting is undeniably a top-shelf election method and arguably the best out of all the ones I tested, says Quinn. It's interesting to note that ranked choice voting didn't even make it into the top 10. So here's a recap. Star voting uses a 5-star rating style ballot similar to online rating tools that people already use, like Amazon and Yelp. Star voting solves the wasted vote problem so that every vote makes a difference and voters have a real incentive to vote. Honesty is the best policy, and it's best to vote your conscience. Star voting is still accurate with any number of candidates or political parties. Star voting prevents election failures by using a fully expressive ballot, taking into account all the information from every ballot, and encouraging honest voting. Every voter has equal voting power, and the system doesn't give anyone an unfair advantage. One point that we didn't mention, but that you might be wondering about, is that there are multi-winner and proportional representation versions of star voting. If you'd like to get involved and help, we'd love to have you. You can help with field testing by using our online election calculator to host your own elections for events and organizations that you are involved with. Learn more, stay involved and up to date by checking out our website, equal.vote, and Facebook groups. Volunteer. Help get the word out by hosting or attending a party, giving a presentation, passing out information, or collecting signatures for our ballot measures in Multnomah and Lane County. Start a local Equal Vote chapter to help build momentum for a ballot measure in your area. And most importantly, please tell people about star voting and why we need it. Democracy is not a spectator sport.